everybody, and welcome to Youth Connect Friday, November the 19th. I'm Aiden,
I am Kevin.
Hi, I'm Joshua.
Hi, I'm Nimrod.
Hi, I'm Jeffrey.
and welcome to our Youth Connect. I hope that you guys are excited. It is going to be another jam-packed session of Youth Connect with lots of interesting things to learn about. But the first things first, we always have to start off with gaming news. So if you're new to the show, or if you are a brand new watcher, we always do our video game of the week where I give one game the spotlight. And you know what? Today is not just a specific video game, but instead it is a subscription, and it is the Nintendo Switch Online Nintendo 64. I gotta say, guys, are you ready to party like it's 1996? In this brand new edition, Nintendo has released a set of Nintendo 64 games that will get you partying. You can compete in Mario Kart 64 races with friends online, or you could share your screen and bring someone along for your Star Fox 64 ride. The amazing thing about this is that it introduces a whole ton of N64 games, and if you are a fan of Nintendo 64, or if you've never even heard of the system, now is your time to test it out. It also includes a bunch of features, which includes pausing the game. Most Nintendo 64 games never had that option, and you could recontinue it at any time. Now, currently it only has a small selection, but Nintendo said that they're going to expand it widely. And the current games include Dr. Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Mario Tennis, Sin and Punishment, Star Fox 64. Man, there's a lot of 64s. Mario 64, The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Win Back, Covert Operations, and Yoshi's Story. I must say that for Yoshi's Story, I never got to play an N64 game. You know why? Because emulators were a bit slow on that game. So it's going to be so much fun to play these games. And there is rumors that other games are coming out, like Mario Party 1, and also Kirby the Crystal Shards may appear. You never know. Nintendo has a ton of stuff released for it. But I hope that you are excited for it, and I hope that you check it out. But next up, we have Kevin, and Kevin has with us some Halton news, as well as culture, including facts.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for beginning your Youth Connect with Halton. Youth Connect Halton. The time is now 3:30. You're watching the news, culture, and interesting facts segment with Kevin Aruja. Let's go to the news. A new COVID-19 outbreak has been declared in Oakville, Halton Region said Friday, November 19th. The outbreak at Rotten Glen Private School in Oakville was declared on November 18th and already includes 4 infected individuals on Halton residents, according to the region. An outbreak may be declared by the local public health unit when, within a 14-day period, there are 2 or more laboratory-confirmed COVID-19 cases in students, staff, or other visitors with an epidemiological link. For example, if cases are in the same class or cohort, according to the Ontario government, or if at least one case could have been affected in a high school, including on a high school bus or in before or after school care. An early proposal for a new large subdivision in Moulton is drawing scrutiny from some council members, in particular the 3 apartment towers being planted next to a low-density area. Fieldgate Developments is looking to build a new subdivision in the lands located in the southwest corner of Bronte Street and Louis Street, Lawrence Avenue. The mixed-use project would contain 174 townhouse, 14 commercial buildings, and two 50-story retirement residential apartment with a total of 399 units, and 3 apartment buildings which is 15, 11, and 11 stories, with a total of 460 units and all of 14 townhouse units. A planner representing the applicant, Karen Bennett, said the development will add vibrancy to Milton in the form of a new connected and healthy community with a range of units and densities, and will enhance the existing surrounding community of Boynes Survey with parkland, open spaces, and trails. Councillor Samira Ali took exception to the proposed height and location of the three apartment building which Bronte Street adjustment to a roundabout to a Whitlock Avenue, calling it unprecedented for all the area. Ali asked about the reasoning behind the planning. At the meeting, Councillor Zihan Hamid encouraged developer to consider looking at other possibilities of achieving the density, saying that the current plan for the three-tall building doesn't fit the area. The report was received as information by the council. On November 10th, Steve Clark, the Minister of Municipal Affairs and Housing, officially notified the city of Burlington of the boundary adjustment for the urban growth center, away from downtown core and closer to the GO station. The changes are expected to have significant development implications as the UGC designation was used to justify high-density construction in the area. However, the ministry chose to grandfather in seven applications that were submitted prior to November 10th from the UGC boundary adjustment. Mayor Marianne Mead Ward called the move a victory for good planning. The city hailed the move as an important step to stopping what it labeled as the overdevelopment of its historic downtown. The minister also confirmed the removal of a major transit station area designation in the downtown, the removal of the MTSA designation and boundary adjustment of the UGC takes effect immediately and applies to all new applications. Five of the seven applications been grandfathered in the local in Burlington's downtown and are before the Ontario Land Tribunal. The city indicated would be encouraging the opponents of those applications to reevaluate the projects given the updated provincial policies. Ward to Councillor Lisa Kern said the decision may help reduce the long-term development pressure on existing neighborhoods. However, she believes there is good reason to be concerned about the applications already underway. Anyone out there love chocolate? Who doesn't love chocolate? Yes, our folks, our topic today is chocolate. Now, where does the chocolate come from? Chocolate is made from the beans of the cacao tree, which is native and equatorial climates. The beans are fermented, then dried, roasted, and ground to make cocoa the base for chocolate. The first historical evidence of chocolate comes from Central America and South America, where residue of a drink which made from cocoa beans has been found and dated to as early as 1715 BC. Cacao beans were so important in Central and South American cultures that they were actually used as currency. Explorers traveling in South America in the early 16th century were likely the first Europeans to encounter chocolate. Chocolate was first imported to Europe by the Spanish, where it found favor as a drink with the European nobility, who added sugar to relieve the bitter flavor. And by the mid 19th century, well-known chocolatiers like Cadbury and Hershey's were making mass-producing solid chocolate. Chocolate has been a popular food and drink for thousands of years. It's one of the most popular foods or candy ever. Now for some little known facts about chocolate. Chocolate comes from the cocoa beans, but did you know takes almost 400 of those beans to make a pound of chocolate? Considering the average cocoa pod contains 40 beans, that's quite a lot of beans to harvest and collect it to make our beloved sweet treat. Chocolate equals happiness. Yes, not only does chocolate taste great, but it also makes you happy because it releases endorphins when you eat it. The acids in chocolate produce serotonin in your brain, the neurotransmitter responsible for producing a feeling of happiness. And with that sweet note, we come to the end of my segment. I'm now signing over to Aiden for more and more gaming news.
I got you. I gotta say that chocolate is my favorite. Now, if you guys have ever had chocolate, I recommend trying out Ruby chocolate. I don't know what's with Ruby chocolate, but it just has a fruity taste to it. And you know what? Chocolate does make the world go round. Thank you so much, Kevin.
You're
Now,
welcome.
I have some leaks. Leak news? Now, what kind of leak? Am I talking about the vegetable? No, I'm talking about some video game leaks. And my video game leaks are actually released from last month. Last month, leaked images have shown a platform fighting game, not with Nickelodeon characters, not with Nintendo characters, but with Warner Brothers characters. Huh? Warner Brother owned fictional properties including Batman and Steven Universe have made the rounds. Today, WB Games have confirmed the game titled Multiverses in a trailer. And you know what, guys? Unlike the name, it doesn't look too bad. And the character designs and the initial roster is actually really good. I'm going to give you just a few. We got Jake the dog and Finn the human from Adventure Time. Oh my gosh. Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman, and Batman, and Superman from DC Comics. Tom and Jerry from, you guessed it, Tom and Jerry. Arya Stark from Game of Thrones, and Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. Let me just say for the last person, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo. There has been this meme last year about a Super Saiyan Shaggy. Shaggy is an all-powerful god. And you know what they did? They made him go Super Saiyan in the game, which means that Super Saiyan Shaggy is real and technically is canon. What? So I recommend getting Multiverses. I myself am going to get Multiverses because it includes Finn and Jake, and it's completely free. Obviously, they haven't fully released it yet, but they have released a trailer, so if you have the time, make sure to check out Multiverses. It's really cool. Anyways, though, next up we have Joshua, and Joshua has us a good news story, including animal news.
Good afternoon. Welcome to UConnect. Now for our good news story. 80-year-old lawyer finally returned to the profound profession he loved. Rushdie practiced law in Pakistan for about 30 years before he decided to move to Saudi Arabia, then immigrate to Canada with his wife and 3 children in 1994. When they arrived in Ontario, Rushdie tried to find a job in a law office doing research or other work, but was not successful. He had to work in a low-paying office job to support the family. He applied to the NCA or National Committee on Accreditation, which assesses the professional experience of foreign lawyers. The NCA decided he would need to take 8 courses to practice law in Canada. I wanted to be a lawyer and nothing else, Rushdie explained. My father was a lawyer, my brother was a lawyer, and my son is a lawyer. It's the only thing I had to do. So after a 35-year gap, after his children were grown and he was well into his 70s, Rushdie decided to return to school and complete the 8 courses. The whole process took him around 3.5 years to complete. Rushdie was called to the bar in Ontario in August 2021, just a few months shy of his 80th birthday. Rushdie now works at a law booth in Mississauga with his son, where they practice criminal and family law. It's good to have a retired life, but I feel personally that as long as you live, you should not stop contributing towards society, he said. Age is just a number and you should continue whatever you can do. Turning to annual interest news. Can a dog fly a plane? Matthew Ward have been a pet behaviorist for more than 25 years and have also worked for the film industry helping animals to perform on camera. He faced the toughest challenge of his career when a TV company asked if he could teach a dog to fly a plane. Dogs Might Fly is a UK television show that puts men's best friend to the ultimate test. Flying a plane? After all, the dogs have learned to drive cars, so why not planes? Warren was initially hesitant about the project, which involved taking 12 carefully selected rescue dogs through a training regimen that would ultimately allow 3 of them to take controls of a Cessna light aircraft. He wondered if the idea was the animal's best interest, but was won over by the program's aim, which is to improve that An abandoned dog, given enough to love and attention, is capable of far more than people might expect. He has written a book entitled What Dogs Want, teaching dog owners how to understand and train their pets. By breaking down a complex maneuver in simpler trainable chunks, he was able to get his dog candidates to achieve polished performances. He used a clicker whenever they completed a chunk to let them know exactly when they had succeeded. After 6 weeks, he was enlightened at how far the dogs had come. Their final test was to perform a figure of eight in an airborne Cessna plane, which composed of making banking turns while controlling their altitude. Ultimately, a bull terrier and collie cross named Shadow successfully completed the test. Shadow now lives in London, England, and his owner, animal trainer Charlotte Weldy, is making him a Hollywood star. Before the show, Shadow was only hours away from being put to sleep because he was abandoned. It's a situation tens of thousands of dogs find themselves in every year. They all have the potential to achieve amazing things if given the chance. This is Joshua Show reporting for you Connect. That's it for me. Now send it back to you, Aiden.
A dog flying a plane. I would have never seen something like that. And you know what? I hope that my dog is qualified to fly a plane. I would love to see that. I really want to see that in person. So I hope that I can see a dog flying in the sky. Just. But thank you so much, Joshua. Now we have our final gaming news. And it is our board game of the week. Similar to our video game of the week. But guess what? It's a board game. And you know what today's board game is? Today's board game is Ticket to Ride. So I gotta say one thing, guys. All aboard! If you've ever fancied pretending to be a 19th century rail magnate, then this is the game for you. This game does not require terrible 1920s American gangster accents while building or blocking routes across the continent, but it's fun if you want to. What is the game like? I bet you're wondering. Well, it is a cross-country train adventure in which players collect and play matching train cards and claim railway routes connecting cities throughout North America. Now, I know some people here love trains, and this is a game about trains and railroads. Basically, the longer the routes, the more points you earn. Additional points come to those who can fulfill their destination tickets by connecting two distant cities. And to the end of the game, the player who builds the longest continuous railways and whoever builds the most railways at the end wins. So if you guys like trains and you really want to build some railways, I recommend that you check this game out. I'm not one for trains, but I do love making accents. It's my favorite thing to do. Anyways, though, next up we got Nebraska. Nebraska has with us some entertainment and podcast news.
Hello everyone. How are you guys today? My name is Nebraska and I'm your host for the Entertainment News Plus Cascadian our top story. And the top story is about Star Wars. So, Dark Horse Comics is heading back to Galaxy Far Far Away in 2022. The storied publisher, which has worked with Lucasfilm on a variety of titles from Dark Empire in 1991 to The Art of Star Wars Rebels in 2020, has announced a new line of all ages comics and graphic novels expanding the Star Wars galaxy like never before. Beginning in the spring of 2022, explains adventures in every era from the High Republic to the rise of the First Order, with new and exciting stories produced in collaboration with Lucasfilm and Disney Worldwide Publishing. The idea is to build up Star Wars program that includes an ongoing series as well as an anthology, says Mike Richardson, Dark Horse Comics founder and CEO. Mixed in would be one-shots and specials. We'll see where we go from there. Initially, we'll focus on stories featuring the High Republic. I am thrilled that Dark Horse will once again bring new focus on stories featuring the High Republic, stories from life from this incredible galaxy. The Star Wars universe has grown over the years, and there are so many new opportunities for great stories. I can't tell you how excited we are to get started. So this is big news. I'm very excited for this. So if you haven't read the books, so and the Dark Empire was really a good one. And then the new one and the Star Wars Rebels, like I just said, they're good books. So now they're doing more stories, and they're expanding the universe, like we said. It's awesome. So before I go to my next story, I'd like to give you guys the fact of the day. And today's fact of the day is, drum roll please. Did you know cats once delivered mail in Belgium? I'll say it again. Cats once delivered mail in Belgium. Isn't that awesome? So, in the 1870s, the city of Liège, Belgium, attempted to employ 37 felines as mail carriers. According to the BBC, messages were tucked into waterproof bags that the kitties would carry around their necks. However, while one cat apparently made it to the destination in under 5 hours, the other felines took over up to a day to complete their journeys due to the fact that the cats were unpredictably reliable and definitely weren't speedy. The service didn't last very long. So can you imagine if the cats did good, and we would have seen cats on the ground in the city running and delivering meal? Isn't that awesome? The concept is good, but as I just said, they weren't speedy, and they were not reliable. Yeah, but can you imagine cats running out? So let's go to my second story. So my second story is John Malone, regarded as one of the biggest media investors ever, told that he saw importance of video streaming to evolving television ecosystem even in the earlier days. What I'm talking about is in an interview that aired Thursday, the Liberty Media billionaire recalled attempts to have DirecTV purchase Netflix. Yes, Netflix. When he was the chairman of the satellite television service from 2008 to 2010. I tried to buy Netflix from co-founder Reed Hastings when the stock was $8, but he wouldn't sell it to me. Damn that bad luck. Malone told David Faber in the lead up to the Liberty Media's Investor Day Thursday. The event was held in person in New York City and virtually. Netflix has come a long way since $8 per share to become the most dominant video streaming service on the planet. It's a beloved stock on Wall Street. Netflix shares hit an all-time high of $700.99 on Wednesday, a whopping 8,660%. I repeat, 8,660 gains since then. Isn't it awesome? It was $8, and now it's more than that, really more. Netflix has become so big. So can you imagine if someone else had the seat of the chairman or CEO? Things could have been changed. Who knows? Yeah, but that's all for me. As always, this is Nimraz Khan from Youth Connect. I'll see you all next week. Thank you. Take care. Back to Eden.
Thank you so much, Nebras, for all of your news. Next up, we have our final piece, our cherry on top of our Youth Connect. We have Jeffrey with live music. Seems like Jeffrey has disconnected. I do not know, guys, if I can start singing. Okay, here we go. Josh. Oh, shoot. I can't sing, guys. No way, no how. Well, I guess we're going to have to end our Youth Connect a bit earlier. And I bet you Jeffrey will apologize. But we will have to end a bit early. Oh, wait. That sounds like Jeffrey. We might have Jeffrey back. Hold on. Jeffrey, are you there? Is he there? We're excited. Jeffrey's here! Guys, he's here!
Hello? Can you hear me?
We can hear you loud and clear.
Thank you. Hi guys, I'm gonna be performing "In My Blood" by Shawn Mendes. Help me, it's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't. It isn't in my blood. Laying on the bathroom floor, feeling nothing. Lying on the bathroom floor, feeling nothing. I'm overwhelmed, insecure. Give me something I could take to ease my mind slowly. Just have a drink and you'll feel better. Just take her home and you feel better. Telling me it's getting better. Does it ever? Help me. It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up. No medicine is trying. Someone help me. I'm crawling in my skin. Sometimes I feel like giving, but I just can't. It is in my blood. It is in my blood. Oh yeah. Through my phone again, feeling anxious. Afraid to be alone again, I hate this. Trying to find a way my way to chill. Can't breathe, oh. Is there somebody who can help me? It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up. No medicine is strong and someone help me. I'm crawling in my skin. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't. It is in my blood. It is in my blood. Oh yeah. I need somebody now. I need somebody now. Somebody help me. I just need somebody now. Help me. It's like the walls are caving in. Sometimes I feel like giving up, but I just can't. It is in my blood. It is in my blood. I need somebody now. I need somebody now. Somebody help me. I just need somebody now. Thank you everybody for listening, and it's back to Aiden.
Oh no. Guys, we gotta save Jeffrey. The walls are caving in on him. Oh no. Nah, I'm just joking, Jeffrey. That was an amazing song and you sang it. Oh, I gotta say, guys, it just adds that extra bit of pizzazz to Youth Connect. Thank you so much, Jeffrey. And obviously, thank you to all of my co-hosts. So thank you, Joshua. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Nebraska. And of course, thank you, Jeffrey. I hope that you guys enjoyed Youth Connect. If you did enjoy Youth Connect, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And more importantly, don't forget to click the notification bell.
Other than that, guys, we will see you all next week. Goodbye, guys. I hope
Goodbye.
that you enjoyed.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thank you so much for coming.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.